Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you another episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode 12. The Frack is back. Anyway, if you are new here, welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, okay? We do reviews here, okay? That's all we do. And if you're returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That's right. That's right. Give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment, and we will begin. All right. So, episode began. Shamia Kelly, they best friends now, okay, and they gonna host a girls trip, okay. So Kelly asked, she said yes. She was like, it's Blue Waters, and she said because Kelly already said they're going to the Caribbean, but she was like, guess what island they're going to. And so she was like, it's Blue Waters. Shamir like, Maldives. And she was like, no, that is not in Caribbean. Then I think she guessed like Brazil, something like that. But she did guess Jamaica, but that wasn't it. So basically, it was Grenada. Okay, and so Grenada got hit by a hurricane, and so they're gonna do some relief when they're down there. So that's good for them. That's good for them. So while they're talking, Shamia uh, just tips the drinking champagne out the bottle. Who does that? Tipping them down the bottle like it's a 40 ounce or something. I was just like, oh, okay, Shamia, all right. Um, so Kelly also lets her know that she has been going through a divorce for 2.5 years. Oh, poor baby girl, poor baby. And she also told her family that she has to pay lawyer fees in the amount of $158,000. Damn! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Ooh, you better than me, Kelly. Anyway, but she must have it because she's still spending all over the place. Okay, so I don't. She must have it. She gave her daughter 14, 17 purses on for her birthday, stuff like that. So she must got it. Okay, so it must not be that bad. Anyway, so the next scene, Portia, Dirty Diane, sorry, and Lauren are looking for a house. No, a house again for Portia. Okay, because Portia need a house because they probably gonna sell that house in the divorce, and so she need a house. So they looking for a house, and this house is 8 bedrooms and 7 baths, and it's $4.2 million. How? Why? And they got a guest house which Dirty Diana wanna move into and sell her house. Okay. Well, that's Portia's house too. Okay, so I just don't understand why they need that many bedrooms for her and PJ. I just want to know. Okay, I just want to know why you need that many bedrooms. Okay, you could get like a 4 or 5 bedroom house. Okay, you gonna need that many bedrooms, but that's what she want to do. That's what she want to do. But Portia said she didn't even go to court when her and Cordell divorce. She didn't even go to court. She was just like, do whatever you want to do, and that's what he did. He packed her shit up and put it in the box, and sent it to her mama house. Okay, packed her shit up. Okay, and UPS'd it to her mama house. Okay, so Portia was like, I was out in the cold. Yeah, because you didn't fight for anything. You just thought he was going to do right by you, and he didn't. Okay, so it is what it is. You was out in the cold, especially if you ain't go to the court. You was out in the cold. You could have fought for something, but okay, that's fine. So now she's trying to do better, I guess. Um, Portia, Lauren asked Portia about her and Shamia. And Portia was like, well, we talked and everything like that, but I don't know what that talk was with you moving silverware and going, yeah, I don't know what that talk was. Okay. Then you fake cry because you don't want to break up with Shamia. You still want her to be your lapdog. You fake cry on that. Yeah, you did. So, but Portia said that her relationship, she doesn't need to explain her and Shamia's relationship. I said, okay. She's okay then. That's what you want. Okay. Anyway, so Kelly and her dog is getting facials. So that $158,000 is not hurting her pockets, obviously, okay? Because her and her dog is getting facials, okay? Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Cha-ching, okay? It ain't hurting her any, okay? That $158,000, okay? It ain't hurting. Okay, so Shamia goes on B103 with Big Tigger, right? And so she's supposed to be talking about her music, okay? Her music. But Big Tigger gonna say, well, another cast member it dropped a song too. And so Shamia, she got to drag Drew. She was like, well, I ain't heard it on this radio station. Okay. I ain't heard it on this radio station. That's real. That's real rude. And so she was just like, well, everything that I sing about is authentic. I sing about my life. I'm like, Shamia, both of y'all can have songs, okay? Y'all ain't got to be in a competition, because if you are in a competition, Drew's winning. Okay? Drew is winning if y'all are in a competition, okay? So just shut the fuck up. And stop trying. What I think everybody got a hard on for Drew right now. You know, Portia mad at Drew for a stupid reason. Shamia mad at Drew. Well, it's kind of like, I don't know, because she ain't like to be called a lapdog. Okay, all right, that's fine, but okay. And everybody got a hard on for Drew. For what? For what? Except for Angela. For what? Y'all got to figure out somebody to be mean at. That's the reason why y'all show is gonna be put on pause again. Okay. Cause y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all know what y'all doing, child. Anyway, so Shamia said that Drew said she speak 5 different languages or whatever, and then she said she lying. Okay. So what? So fucking what? So what? Anyway, Brit is throwing this country club gala for her launch of Bare and Naked, okay, party. But she called it Bare Naked. She called it Bare and Naked. I don't know. She called it just Bare Naked. I don't know. It's Bare and Naked. That's what it said on the flyer. But we don't know. Um, she yeah, she wanted launch it in she wanted to launch it when she had her insurance agency. That's what she say. That's what she said. She wanted to launch it with her insurance agency, but um she couldn't do it, and so now she wants to do it um because she on TV basically. That's what she want to do. She want to do it because she on TV, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. So we'll see how this go. We'll see how this go. Angela and Charles go to a property. Angela basically saying that she got 7 properties. She is $2 million in debt. This property that they walking on is half-ass done. Um, she finding all kinds of problems with it, and so she want to sell it, and they have dropped the price, and they have dropped the price so low that um basically it is the price that she bought it for. And so, she ain't gonna make no profit off of it. She gonna lose some money because she gonna have to pay them closing costs and all that other stuff. So I get it. I get it, but this ain't really the time to be, uh moving houses and stuff unless they cheat, because people financially strapped, you know. It is what it is. This is not the time. It's really not the time. But she got 7 investment properties, including her house, her mama's house, because her mama and her sister moved out, okay? And so they moved out into some other place, God rest her soul. Yeah, they moved out into another place. So they left her house. And I think it may be because, Angela bought the house, and Angela's daughter, you know, was living there too, I think. And I think Angela's daughter, you know, was, fussing about, my mama bought this house. My mom, probably, I don't know, allegedly, I don't know. My mama bought this house, you know, uh, and so I think the sister and the daughter couldn't get along. And so the mama was like, I'm tired. We just gonna move. And that way, uh, we're not under Angela's roof, basically. And, and I guess we don't know what they did with the car that Angela bought the mama too. So we don't know. It is just crazy. I need for her to come back next season and get into their family dynamics. Well, the sister don't want her name mentioned. She don't want her face on TV. Nothing. So it's something deep with Angela and her sister. We don't know, but I need for y'all to, come back and reconcile and all that other stuff. That's what I need for y'all to do, because they don't make no sense, especially since your mama has passed away. God rest her soul. Y'all all y'all got now, so y'all need to reconcile. So next season, y'all come back and reconcile. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, Angela also apologizes to Charles, not hearing him, with Charles and her mama's beef. Okay, because the mama said that Charles said that you ain't, Angela don't clean up or something like that, and then, she went off on him, and then she ain't speak to him for 3 years, and so when Angela heard that, Angela was like, oh, I thought it was something else that Charles did to you, but she basically didn't hear Charles. She was just like, you got to make it right. You got to make it right. You got to make it right. And um, she she didn't realize her mama had got to make it right. But mama has since passed away, so we don't know if they made it right or not. But it is what it is. She ain't got to deal with that anymore. Anyway, so Brit's event. Okay, so they come in. Brit and Mike come in. they look cute. I can't say nothing. They look cute. And Mike just weird looking. He's just weird to me. They come in. People still setting up. Okay, they ain't got nothing together. They trying to put backdrops on. They trying to put stuff on the TV. They trying to do a lot of stuff. I get it. Okay, so then Kelly and Shamia arrive early. The best friends. Okay, they arrive early. I guess, or maybe they arrived on time. I guess I don't know, but they were the first ones to come, and so Britt was like, "Let's we're going to play golf," and they were like, Why are we playing golf when in these hills and stuff? You ain't tell us we was playing golf." So they go out there. They do putt putt. They ain't really for real golfing. They just doing putt putt and stuff. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, so they go out to the golf course. Then so they're on the golf course. Then Portia arrived. Now it is a little more set up outside. Okay, so Portia arrives, and she don't see nobody. She don't see Britt. She don't see Mike. She don't see Kelly. She don't see Shamia. She don't see nobody. She don't know nobody she knows. So she goes sit down with some person, some random person. And she was just like, "Well, what's it going? What's gonna be?" And so she so the girl was like, "I don't know." She was just like, "Well, it's called Bare and Naked." She was like, "Well, maybe it's cosmetics." And Portia was like, "Yeah, maybe it is." No, she ain't tell you what it was, Portia. She ain't tell you what it was. That's don't make no sense. But Portia had a bedazzled fan. Okay, she need to know. She need to tell Angela where she got it from because she had a bedazzled. Okay, bedazzled fan. Okay, so then Drew and Charles and Angela arrives, and then the ladies come back from putt putt. And so they were like, Portia was like, "Where were you at?" She was like, "Yeah, we was on a golf course." She was just like, "Golf course? We supposed to play golf?" Yeah, honey. That what they say. That what they say. So Drew said, "What is bare naked? And what does it have to do with a country club?" She said that in a confessional. She said, "What does it have to do with a country club?" And she was just like, "Maybe it's some naked bears." So they got a little naked bear um, dancing on the TV with Drew. She was like, "Maybe we gonna see some naked bears." I don't know. So I guess she didn't tell them what the line was. She just told them that's what that you need to come. I'm launching Bare and Naked. Nobody knows what Bare and Naked is. Okay. Cynthia finally arrives fashionably late because everybody's sitting down at the table. She looking like a disco ball, a solid gold reject. Okay. Solid gold. And I love my life with music. Solid gold in my soul. Yes, no, okay. Solid gold. Yes, honey. Solid gold reject, okay. Solid gold. Solid gold. So Britt says, okay, so the problem was on this event, because Brit don't know how to throw an event. So basically, it was only supposed to be chairs and at the table with the cast. And the cast was only supposed to receive meals. Okay? Everybody else is supposed to be standing. That's the first thing. Standing. And they're supposed to get, what she say? Light bites and cocktails. Okay? But the cast supposed to receive meals. Okay? So they got menus, they sitting down, everything like that. So everybody else in the place supposed to be standing. They're supposed to have light bites. I don't know what light bites is, but it's probably probably some kind of hors d'oeuvres or something. Horse divers. And they supposed to be having cocktails, okay? Yeah. That is bootylicious. Okay. That is raggedy, okay? Raggedy, okay? She is brokety broke, okay? Brokety broke, okay? Anyway, and apparently this is her neighborhood, okay? The rental that she got in that neighborhood, and Kelly was like, she don't even her neighbors don't even know her. Yeah, because she only moved in about a month or two ago. Okay, so yeah, her neighbors don't know her. Okay, so this is brokety broke. Okay, can you say broke? Yes, I can say broke. Anyway, so she passes out these gifts to the table, not to anybody else, just to the table, okay? And so Shamia pulls it out. And so she was just like, yeah, this is bare naked. She was like, she ain't even putting no tissue paper in the box. I know that's right. She ain't put no tissue paper in the box. Angela said, well, you gave me an extra large. And so Portia was like, ooh, that's shady. I am a small. You gave me an extra large. Okay, then. Cynthia was like, listen, she said, I think in the after show, she said, I needed my extra large. She was like, so I said, oh, honey, I need about 2X. Anyway, Angela was like, you gave me an extra large, and she said in the confessional, she said maybe you got confused with your toothbrush. Maybe you got confused with your toothbrush. Oh my God. You got confused with your toothbrush for your big ass mouth. Big ass mouth with the stretch mark. Okay. With your big ass mouth with the stretch marks on it, okay? I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Anyway. So Brit said when she launched her agency, she took all her staff to Miami and they got whatever they wanted. The question was, did you pay for everybody to get plastic surgery and everybody to go down to Miami? And did you pay for the whole trip and the plastic surgery? That's what I need to know. Okay. She said she took people, but that don't mean she paid for it. Okay. That don't mean that she paid for it. So I need to know, did you pay for it? But Angela always stirring the pot. She said, listen, I just wanted to let y'all know that Charles doesn't have a side baby. Okay. Charles don't have a side baby. That's right. Put it out there, girl. And Brit says, and I'm not one of her Charles's whores. And Charles was like, I don't mess with whores. I don't mess with whores, okay? I don't mess with whores. Thank you. So, um, and then, she was just like, I didn't mean anything by it. It was just a joke between, me and Angela and stuff like that. He was just like, okay, just keep it like that. Okay, so then Drew would thank Brit for the invitation. And she said, and we should have a conversation. And so Kelly was like, well, you should tell the truth in your conversation. And so Drew was like, I always tell the truth. You need to get to know me. No, 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 you don't tell the truth. And so Kelly in the confessional was like, she said, I don't really know much about her, but what I know is that she is a liar. And Shamia in the confessional saying, Drew always lies. She called her Drew. She said she don't even know why her nose ain't growing. She called her Drew Nokio. Not Pinocchio, but Drew Nokio. Okay, that's what she called her. Okay. So, and Shamia said, well, but Shamia said in your conversation to, she was saying to Drew, she said, I got called a lapdog. And how did I get it straight? I thought we were good. And so Drew was like, well, listen, I thought we were good too, but until you twisted my words to stay in Portia's good graces. And she said, and I also did call you a lapdog, but I owned it because I was hurt. She was like, that's the reason why I called you a lapdog, because I was hurt. And then, and so then, what's her name? Shamia was like, I'm not listening. I'm not listening. And then she started barking and stuff, talking about, she was just like, kiss my ass, motherfucker. Yeah. Kiss my ass, motherfucker. And everybody looking at him. Cause she just kept, going on, talking about, yeah, I'm a lap dog, and barking and stuff, and people recording. I saw somebody recording. I saw people just staring. Come on, Shamir. So somebody was like, Drew was like, how old are we? And so Brit put a stop to it. She was like, listen, if y'all can't act right, y'all got to go, y'all got to get out. We not having these conversations in here. Y'all got to have them conversations out there. And go ahead, Brit. She was like, this is a classy event. If y'all want to act a fool, y'all go outside. I'm with you on that, Brit. I'm with you. So that was the end of that scene. Now, Portia goes to visit phony Phaedra. Okay. And if you're a Phaedra fan, you ain't gonna like me, okay? Cause I am not. Will never be. I have not liked her since she walked up on Real Housewives of Atlanta back in the day. And she lied about her pregnancy. Okay, and then she claimed about she being Southern Belle. She lying on folks left and right. I never liked her. And I'm sorry. We can go at it in the comments, okay? Cuz I do not like her. She just never never sat right with me. She is phony. Phony, phony, phony. But they brought her back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta trying to hype this season up because it really is dry. Okay. But we gonna still go at it. But I don't like Phaedra at all. But anyway, she go over to Phaedra's house. And so then they go through the history of why Phaedra got kicked off the show. Okay. And so they go back to when she lied. When she lied about Candy drugging Portia and taking her back to the sex dungeon, her and Todd. Okay. But they didn't go over her lies about her and Todd and Shamia. They all doing this here. Yeah. They ain't go over that one. Okay. And I don't even know why Shamia still even mess with her, but it is what it is. But yeah, she said she regrets how she left the group. But then she projects and says, he who without sin cast the first stone. Okay, so she regrets and then she projects. Okay, what she didn't do is apologize and show some empathy, something. No, she just said, well, I regret it, and then I projected. Okay, whatever. All right, so then Phaedra shades pretty much the whole group. She said that Kelly is a garden gnome and she is strawberry shortcake on steroids. Yeah. She said Brit is a whore. Brit is a whore. Okay. Can I put my balls in your jaw? Okay. That's what she said. Okay. She a whore. Okay. Shamia good people. Yeah, because you lied on her. Okay. And now she realized she good people. And then she said Drew, because Portia said that Drew is working with her baby daddy. And so Phaedra was like, she's selling hot dogs? She was like, oh, I thought she liked tacos. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And that reference is that she like women. Okay. But she said she's selling hot dogs. Okay, so Drew's selling hot dogs, but she like tacos. That's what she said about Drew. Okay. And then she said in Charles Oakley imaginary wife. Okay, because nobody knew that Charles Oakley was married. So that was the end. Okay, so they invited her. Portia calls Kelly, and says, "Can I invite what's that child name? Phaedra to the girls' trip?" And they said, "Yeah." So, well, and they put Shamia on FaceTime too. And they said, yeah, that you can invite her. So we'll see if Phaedra can do anything more with this season. Probably not. Probably not. But we'll see. All right. So, because this season is it is just horrible. Okay. So anyway, give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.